In the far reaches of the Andromeda sector, on the once thriving mining colony of Lysara 7, a legend was whispered with fear and trembling. It was the legend of a tiny alien woman who ruled with an iron fist and unrelenting terror over an empire forged in blood. Her name was Veshka, the Scarlet Wraith, and she was no taller than a human child, but her cruelty and cunning were beyond measure. Beginning, the rise of the Scarlet Wraith. Lysara 7 was a harsh, dusty world, its atmosphere thin and choking. The colony was established decades ago as a joint mining operation for rare minerals vital to starship fuel production. But with the wealth came danger, and with danger came chaos. Veshka was not born a ruler. She emerged from the shadows of the underbelly, an orphaned scavenger with nothing but fierce survival instincts and a mind sharper than any blade. Standing only 3 feet tall, she seemed insignificant, but her intellect and ruthlessness soon made her a force to be reckoned with. From scavenging scraps to organizing gangs of miners and smugglers, Veshka's rise was swift. She learned to wield terror like a weapon. Her voice, though small, carried a piercing authority that bent the wills of even the most hardened criminals. She engineered a network of spies and assassins that spread through Lysara 7 like a viral plague. Under her command, those who dared oppose her vanished, some never to be seen again. Veshka's empire was one built on fear. Entire districts paid tribute or faced annihilation. The mining guilds that once held power became her vassals. Her control extended beyond Lysara's surface. Her agents infiltrated the orbital docks and starports, monopolizing the trade routes. Even the planetary security forces had little choice but to turn a blind eye or become pawns in her game. But beneath the surface, a simmering resentment grew. Among the oppressed was a growing resistance, a coalition of miners, technicians, and smugglers who dreamed of overthrowing the Scarlet Wraith. Yet they lacked leadership, firepower, and hope. The oppressive regime seemed invincible. Middle, the human who changed everything. That changed when Captain Alex Ryland arrived on Lysara 7. Alex was an ex-military pilot turned mercenary, known across the sectors for his tactical brilliance and unorthodox methods. He wasn't here to pick sides. His mission was simple: retrieve a stolen prototype mining drone from a black market auction. But fate had other plans. Alex's ship was ambushed near the orbiting station by Veshka's enforcers, and forced into a crash landing on Lysara's surface. Injured but alive, he quickly realized the true nature of this fractured world. His first encounter with Veshka came sooner than expected. Her agents captured him and brought him before the tiny Tyrant in a dimly lit room lined with screens showing every corner of Lysara's underworld. Veshka's eyes, gleaming with malicious intelligence, bore into him. "You're far from home, human," she said softly, almost amused by his boldness. "Few survive my domain. What makes you think you can challenge me?" Alex smirked, despite the grim situation. "I'm not here to challenge you, just to get what I came for and leave." But Veshka saw something different in him. A rare fire that no one else on Lysara dared to show. She decided to keep him alive, not as a prisoner but as a tool. Over the next few days, Alex observed the colony's dynamics from a new perspective. He met secret members of the resistance, miners who whispered of rebellion and freedom. He saw the brutal crackdowns, the innocent crushed under Veshka's rule. For the first time in his life, Alex felt a deeper purpose beyond mercenary work. He approached Veshka with a dangerous proposal. "I can help you expand your control, make you untouchable. But in exchange, I want you to stop the senseless terror against the people. Rule with strength, yes, but with fairness. Let me help you." Veshka laughed, a sharp, chilling sound. Why would I trust a human who just crash-landed in my kingdom? Alex met her gaze. Because I'm the only one who can. An uneasy alliance formed. Alex used his military tactics to train Veshka's forces, improving their discipline and strategy. Veshka, in turn, taught Alex the art of manipulation and espionage. Slowly, the human and the alien began to understand each other's strengths. Yet, the resistance was suspicious. To them, Alex was just another pawn of the Scarlet Wraith, a human enforcer. But over time, small changes began. Veshka's punishments became less arbitrary. She spared those who showed loyalty and skill, rather than punishing whole communities. But all was not peaceful. A rival gang, the Black Fang Syndicate, saw this new alliance as weakness. They plotted to overthrow Veshka and seize control for themselves. One fateful night, the Black Fang launched a coordinated attack on the mining colony's central hub. Explosions ripped through the tunnels, fires spread, and chaos erupted. Veshka's forces fought desperately but were overwhelmed by the sheer ferocity of the assault. Alex took command on the ground, coordinating resistance fighters and loyal troops. Using guerrilla tactics, he turned the tide. The tiny Tyrant led from the front, her presence inspiring her soldiers to fight harder despite their size disadvantage. In the heart of the battle, Alex faced off against the Black Fang leader, a brutal warlord named Tyrant. The fight was fierce, but Alex's training and instincts gave him the edge. He disarmed Tyrant and ended the fight decisively. With the Black Fang defeated, the colony was saved, but the victory came at a cost. The infrastructure was damaged, many lives were lost, and the people's faith in their ruler was shaken. It was then that Veshka made a decision that stunned everyone. Ending, from terror to respect. Standing before the battered crowd, Veshka addressed the colony. For too long I ruled with terror to maintain order, she admitted, her voice carrying over the ruined streets. I believed fear was the only way to survive. But now I see strength does not come from cruelty. It comes from trust, from respect. Alex stood by her side, the human who had changed a tyrant. Together they announced reforms, fairer laws, protection for workers, and a council that included representatives from the resistance. Veshka pledged to rule not as a tyrant, but as a protector of her people. The transition was not easy. Old wounds took time to heal, and many doubted the sincerity of the Scarlet Wraith's change. But with Alex's support and the people's will, Lysara 7 slowly transformed from a place of fear into a symbol of hope and resilience. In time, Veshka's legend evolved. No longer was she the tiny woman who ruled with terror. She became the tiny woman who ruled with wisdom and strength, the ruler who taught the galaxy that even the smallest can change the course of history. And Alex Ryland. He stayed on Lysara 7 not as a mercenary, but as its guardian, a human who took down a terror only to help build a new future.